Hello and welcome to Forgotten Temples without me in the frame. Have a look at those trees, both right and left. Aren't these absolutely majestic? It's like nature has thrown its arms around these temples. And I would like to think that in some way, someone deliberately planted these two trees an awful long time ago to actually create this effect many, many years later, long after they've gone. I sincerely hope so, and if there is such a person that did this, to you, I doff my cap, because it is absolutely incredible. Now I'm walking away from you because I want you to notice something. As I walk into this temple, I am compelled to bow. I have to bow. I don't have a choice. Now look at my hands. They're coming here, and then my head goes down towards my knee as I push up. Now let me film that from a slightly different angle, because this step is jolly clever. So here is the entrance, and here is that jolly clever step. It's one of those little pieces of ancient engineering. Notice how this step here is so terribly shallow, and notice how these two stones jut out. That is to sort of offer themselves up for you to rest your hands on them. So this clever little bit of engineering compels you to bow as you enter the temple. Let me show you that again. It's little nuances like this that fascinate me. So let's have a look from a side view. I am straight and upright. I place my foot on this tiny little step. It's only about 3 inches wide, and as I do so, I can't get any purchase to push myself up. So I'm compelled to put my hands down here, and as I do so, look where my head is. My hat is almost touching my knee. And then I push with this only one foot because I can't get the other one up until here. I'm still in the bowing position, and finally I'm in direct. Can you see the sun just to the right of the doorway there? It's getting late in the day, and it's one push, there we go, up that step, and it's into this building. Now we won't spend too long here, but it is so nicely appointed. The first thing to notice is how it is all made of brick, the cheaper brick, rather than the laterite stone, which is just at the base here and at the base of these temples, the central ones. And I said there's an awful lot of rooms. Well, we best have a look in some of them. We are going to start over here, where there's two to the flank. Just the quickest of looks around this temple. If there's time, I will tap on another temple. I don't know where my next location is. Now there is a few rooms, as I say, and these are quoted as libraries, and they would have worked admirably for that purpose. In here would have been kept sacred scriptures and texts, and maybe a hall of records as well. And I have a feeling, and it would certainly not surprise me if I was to be able to go back into time, that these rooms, for there is another two over here, would have also held writings and texts about medical care, because I feel these kind of places would have been perfect for learned men to pass on the most basic of medical aid. And here are the three temples at the center of it. Now this is a cheap little site. It's a real budget temple. I mean, it's all made of brick, apart from the foundations, which are of course laterite stone, and we're going to pop our heads into each three. So for a budget little temple, they didn't half do well. Look at this brickwork very quickly. Notice there's no cement or anything. It is just that finely honed. It's been here for over 1,000 years with no mortar, and it looks absolutely perfect. There's a little bit of carving, a little bit of decoration at the sides. They really did well. and making this budget little temple look like something that stands up with the rest of them. I'm sure most people don't really notice when they come in here and, you know, see it and they think, well, this was done on the cheap. They just don't see, because of this exceptional use of detailing. It's all brick, but they've done so very well. And it's in this last room we see the echo of a god, because here once stood a god, but alas, he has fled in the night under the arm of some terrible thief. What you can see there is the sun, its rays filtering gently through the canopy of the tree, and it's almost directly above that central temple. And there's a reason for that, because all entrances to temples are to the east, which makes that way west. And that sinking sun could tell you how late in the day it is and why my throat is so exceptionally dry. And this has been a brief video, but it's such a pretty little thing. How could I ignore it? I just could not walk on by. And considering this is Temple Light, or a budget temple, I think it's outstanding. It really, really is. And there's been no finer example of a step that compels you to bow as you enter into its inner sanctum. A true little gem, this one. So, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed this very quick trip around, and if by chance you can help me build up a library of these temples, sometimes abandoned and neglected, then I would be truly grateful. And how you do that is very simple. It's www.patreon.com/temples. Simple as that. And as always, I wish you absolutely nothing but, of course, the very best. You be sure to take good care now.